This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. I am back in the gym, God of War. What's up, God of War? Counterpunch to you. Getting it in, man. Just got off. Had a long day, but I got to get it in. Got to get it in. You guys come in, hit that like button. As I get it in, as we talk about some boxing, as I promised, we're going to talk about Deontay Wilder pondering retirement. So, I will repost it on my channel a little later on, but he was on Laugh Out Loud. It was a television show with Kevin. Oh my God, no. Hart. And it was interesting. It was informative. First off, he said a lot of things that I think he should have stuck with. He mentions it, but he didn't really let it slide. When the Bronze Bomber came on the scene, tall, big guy, knocking motherfuckers out, racking up these knockouts, hitting people with that right hand, and menacing looking cat, but he had a purpose. He had a reason why he started boxing late. He started at 21 because of his daughter. You know what I mean? And the thing is, I think at some point, it wasn't about his daughter. I think it was about everything else. It was about the hype. It was about, what people was feeding him. People was making him believe. Philly Irish, Drew, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Hit that like button. When you guys come in, the 15 proud early birds here, hit that like button if you haven't already. Because we're going to get down. We're going to get dirty. Let me see. Yeah, I don't like this. It's like a fucking... Let me see. See if I can fix it, because it's not... Maybe. It feels like it goes too far down. Let me fix this thing. That's why I missed the shit at my house. Because, see, there you go. That's what happens when you buy Walmart shit. Chances Loma goes undisputed. Well, if he can get that fight, with Kambosos, that's a very good chance. Because you don't really want to, James Ferrens, bless you, brother. You don't really want to go against Loma, because Loma's not the type of dude. I don't know what he was going through. Let's see. I might have to. Montreal Pitts, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. I don't think Kambosos is good. It would be a good fight because Kambosos has the momentum in a fight like that. It definitely would be a fight that I want to see. But back to Wilder. I never seen him talk like that. He was thinking about it. He was telling people, he was telling Kevin Hart, Vincent N, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Getting it in, bro. He was telling Kevin Hart that, he's done everything that he needs. And I'm like, I honestly think that's his way of saying, well, I've accomplished everything, which he really didn't. There was no undisputed. He was never unified. He did have 10 title defenses. So that was an accomplishment, to say the least. But, fighting one guy that you cherry-picked you isn't fulfilling. You just had problems with that one fighter. Now, who's to say he wouldn't have beat Dillian Whyte or Anthony Joshua or Joe Joyce or Daniel Dubois or Andy Ruiz? So there's a lot of fights that he could have had. So I don't think that's what he's talking about. I think what Deontay Wilder is talking about is I think he's comfortable with the money. He's comfortable of what he made his last fight and what he made last year. Think about it. Last year and this year, he made more money. He doubled the money that he's made in his net. You guys do know what net means, right? Net means everything you've made overall. And everything Wilder made overall was about $16 million. Okay? You got to add the $3 million to the first fight plus the 10. He doubled that. The 10 for Brazil, because they gave him $10 million to fight as mandatory just to keep him in Showtime, only to drop him again. Wilder is done getting punched in the face. He took more damage than anybody else in the division. God of War, counterpunch to you. Let me add to that. It came from not focusing on defense and not having enough stamina, being too overweight, carrying too much muscle mass that he's not accustomed to. You get a guy that's naturally strong and quick, and you start putting weight on him. You're altering that man at that point, and that's what happened to Wilder. He was altered. Yeah, net is after expenses. It's the total. It's the total net. Like your net worth, right? He doubled that in 2020 and 2021. And I think he just got that damn check. Do you guys think it's because of eye bleeds? I don't know about the eye bleeds. That's new to me. I just joined. What's going on, Kurt? Dembui Torre. Talking about Wilder, because Wilder is a guy that's talking about retirement when he just got a new trainer, a guy that he clicked with, a guy that he is supposed to teach him so different dynamics and things and tools, or teach him how to use all the tools that he's known, but to use them, So Wilder ear bleeds in the fights. Do you think that led to permanent damage? Hey man, I couldn't tell you. I didn't get hit by him. I don't know. Now, I will say this, Vincent. If that shit led to ear bleeds, wouldn't that be something you think you should know? You know why? Because we heard so many different things, from dented skull, scratches in the ear that explained the bleeding. What else did we hear? All types of other shit. Of course, the shit with Fury and all that, the judge, everything. But if something was wrong with his ear that was causing him not to fight, we should hear about it. Penny Royale T.A. Kurt, big love from the UK. As always, hope you're doing okay. The man who never sleeps. When did that take a lot? Wilder did take a lot of damage. He gassed out because his muscles required too much oxygen for starters. Respect. Penny Royale T. That makes a lot of sense. Joshua had to learn that shit. Joshua had to learn that. Because you can't just bulk muscle. You can't put on that shit. And I know Joshua did it for image. Wilder did it because he thought it would make him stronger to deal with a guy that's much bigger, because he didn't like the way Tyson Fury handled him last time. Tyson Fury handled Wilder in the second fight. He roughed him up, put him in a headlock many times, scraped him, beat him, bashed him. You know what I mean? He bullied him. Yeah, he bullied him. That's what he did, man. And it was like they needed an answer for it. So they got together, look, we'll add 10 more pounds on top of 10 more pounds that didn't even supposed to be there. And I don't mean to be funny at all, but look at Deontay Wilder's legs. That man's legs that small. If his legs are that small naturally, he is not built to be adding weight on top. So his legs can't support his weight. That's what you call prison legs. You get all buff, and then you got the little skinny ass legs. You skip leg day because you just worried about this. You're trying to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger and all that shit. You know. Blue Z1. No, he hasn't retired. But he's talking about retirement. That's what we're talking about. And my thing is, and this is what I want to know from you guys, what changed from the time he took that loss, a week after that loss, to, fuck that, last week I was in Oklahoma, right? And I was in Oklahoma. He said one of the most inspirational things that he could have ever said, taking the loss, what he's gained from the loss. You guys remember that? He gained a lot of shit from the loss. It's all wrong if you're not proportioned. That's true. Word of the day, I don't know if he would or not, but Patterson was much more skilled than Wilder, and in the rematch with Johansson showed he could bang at time. Oh yeah, that was a classic. Ingemar Johansson and Pretty Boy Floyd Patterson. Yeah. Wilder could beat a lot of guys with better skills. Well, here's the thing. That's what his preparation's for. That's what the trainer Malik Scott's for. Now, you mean to tell me Malik Scott talked all that shit and he's talking about retirement? Wilder leaving money on the table. Search and destroy. Let me tell you something. In Wilder's mind, Wilder has got all the money that he could ever need. He's bought businesses, properties. He's not hurting because he's never had that much. So if you give me, a person like me, $5 million, well, 6 or 7 million. You gave a guy like me $6 or $7 million, and then I stopped doing what it took me to do to make 6 or 7 million. That wore you out, lad. No, not quite. I'm not done. Wilder may not be willing to continue to make all these adjustments and work hard so late in his career. It's only going to get harder from here on out, not easier. Ooh. Patterson didn't just have better skills than Wilder. They was a lot better than Wilder. He was the youngest heavyweight champ before Tyson. Well, understand, Pretty Boy Floyd Patterson was in an era that was overshadowed like a dark cloud by a fucking bully. And his name was Sonny Liston. Okay? Sonny Liston, dude, was terrible. And they tried to bypass him because they tried to vote him out because they didn't want him to fight Patterson. Pretty Boy Floyd Patterson was probably like the old school Anthony Joshua now. The way he had a squeaky image, he was clean cut, he was well groomed, he was respectful, he was, you know what I mean? He got along with people, you know what I mean? So Uh, then you got a thug, a gangster, a convict, ex-convict coming out. Dude, that's Sonny Liston. You know, so let me tell you, Sonny Liston was terrible. And he destroyed Pretty Boy, and they knew that. But they didn't want to destroy the image. So they wanted to keep him away from that monster. You know, so there you go. They wanted to keep him away. Because there was no way that Floyd Patterson was going to beat Sonny Liston. He didn't have the skills of the footwork like Ali. He wasn't fast. He didn't have the reach. He didn't have the power. And Sonny Liston was a guy who was accustomed to being intimidated because he worked for the mob. He was the long shark. He was the guy that comes and breaks your legs, your fingers, your arms. Right? That's what he did to get that money. So if you owe someone money, hey, you owe Momo money. I'm gonna bring fucking Sonny in here and break your fucking legs. No, please. He comes walking in with big ass hat, trench coat, blah, 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 blah. Right? Sonny, get him. Show this fucking guy he needs to owe us money here. And Sonny come over there. No! You know how those movies, those guys that walk slow? No! And then you hear screams. Ah! So Sonny Liston was one of those guys. And they know Floyd was like, dude, this is our next black, think about it, heavyweight, premier heavyweight. He does what he's told. He's respectful. We like him, but we don't like Sonny Liston. But the bastard's so big. He's so strong. So they try to get him out the politic way. You know? Hey, Sonny, go over there and break his fucking legs over here. Sonny's coming in. You know what I mean? That's what happened. So, besides, and I'm going to tie this all in together, right? Floyd Patterson was like Joe Louis. Sonny Liston was like the first black heavyweight, right? Jack Johnson. See, yeah, you had just stupid racism back then. But Jack Johnson made it worse, right? Because Jack Johnson, he did everything that he didn't supposed to do. Kurt, what were tanks? I don't know what his numbers are. I have no idea. I have no idea. It already took a lot for Wilder. Frank White, what's up, brother? Counterpunched to you. Hey, bro, love your channel. Regarding Wilder retiring, I think he is scared of losing again. He doesn't want to admit it, but he got exposed quite badly by Tyson Fury. He just got beat up. He got beat up. He's been exposed. Wilder's been exposed since Spilka, Jarrell Washington, Tyson Fury, the first fight. You know what I mean? Like, we knew that he's had holes in his game, but that didn't stop Wilder from getting to you. The magnificence of Wilder is, regardless of what he lacked, he was still able to come in there and bow, get you out of there. Okay? And for the record, he almost got Tyson. Like, that close. So you can understand why Wilder, a person like Wilder, is so bitter about that first fight because he knew that much. He could have had Tyson Fury out of there. And then he would have been calling for Joshua. Imagine Wilder beating Tyson Fury. He put up a good fight for a fat gypsy, but I still knocked him out, and my name ain't Nipsey. Bars. Yeah, Joshua, where you at? Eddie Hearn, quit milking Annabelle. Give me my money. I want it all. I want 50-50. I beat the man that beat Klitschko, so it's time to go. Don't wait, make the date. Steve Jobs, Kurt, I'm from the UK, and what do you think of Arturo Gatti? I love Arturo Gatti. Sad ending, great trial. You know, I love Arturo Gatti. That's why you don't really hear me talk about Arturo Gatti when he fought Mayweather. I'm just getting chills right now thinking about it. Floyd was just on another level. Merle Dixon, counterpunched to you. Yeah, rest in peace, Gotti. I love Gotti. I love Johnny Tapia, right? I didn't know much about Edwin Valero, though. I heard about him after the fact. Are you looking forward to the Del Boy versus Joseph fight? I mean, not if they're going to rob him again. Let's just be real. Not if they're going to rob him again. Because, I mean, that's all they did. And I'm like, and see, you can tell Derek Chisora just likes to fight because he knew what happened. They robbed that man. They robbed him. You know? So, Derek Chisora just likes to fight. You know what I mean? He don't care what you call him. Del Boy to war. He's going to give you what he has. And I love him for it. And he doesn't give a shit. You know? But he'll knock the common Joe Blow out. Spilka, Deontay started it. Chisora finished it. Spilka's done. Spilka got spilt. That was hard to watch Floyd tune him up. Yeah, I hated that. And he fucked up Gotti. It was like rounds Gotti didn't even throw. Fuck. You know, I think of Floyd back then. I love Gotti. He gave us so much entertainment. He gave us the wars. When was my last street fight? Damn, that's a good question. Last year? The last street fight I was in was last year. Do you think you can beat Khabib? No. I wouldn't fight Khabib at all. He ain't grabbing me and putting me to the ground and all that shit. Boxing gloves, I would knock his ass out. That other shit, no. Mm-mm. Do you think Hrgovic would do against those top guys? Knock a lot of them out? Seriously. Knock out ego out. Stop lying, Kurt. We know you be knocking heads everywhere you go. Kurt is nah. The last street fight was last year. I was in Dominican Republic, and we were at this restaurant, this 4 or 5 star restaurant called Neptuna. Neptuna was it was a beautiful place. It's in a place called Boca Chica, and it has a you outlook the ocean, but then after you eat, you can jump in the ocean and swim if you want. So you can bring trunks and stuff like that. So, you know, you got the fine dining and things of that nature. But when you want to, it gets too hot because it's hot in DR, you can jump in there and take a swim in the ocean. And you know what I mean? So it was cool. I liked it. Well, my homeboy's girlfriend had too much to drink. So she went and what was this, 19? I think this was 2019. It might have been 19. I don't know. This was last year. And this doc, she was at this doc taking pictures because she's like one of those chicks that's always in her phone, so fucking annoying. But she took a picture and she took a picture of like some people that were docking. And it was some chicks from Jersey. It was like 5 chicks and 2 dudes. Well, they claimed that she knocked over a bottle of their wine or something. And they tried to solicit money out of her. So when she came back and she was saying some shit like, oh, they say I owe them money. I'm like, whoa, yo, calm down. What are you talking about? And then this chick she was from Philly. Or Jersey or Philly. I think they were from Jersey. She comes over there like, oh yeah, your girl, she dropped our, you need to give us some money. And I was like, yo, for what? We need to give you money. Fuck you, we're not giving you money. So the chick dashed water on me and my chick that I was with, because I was with a friend. And the friend I was with, she didn't play that shit. So she grabbed a bottle like it was like a Presidente bottle, like empty bottle. And I don't know if it was empty or not. It might have had like a half a full. And she threw it at her. And when she threw it, it hit because they have these little canopies. And the canopy pole, it hit the canopy pole, but then it shattered. And when it shattered, it got on the chicks. Well, one of the dudes comes like, man, what is this shit, you chick? You know, and I hit him because I was already mad because I had wine or whatever, the champagne or whatever the shit was on me. So by that time, the chick, my homeboy's girlfriend, she comes around, picks this thing up like a candle on one of the tables and tries to come at them. So I see her, I try to dash for her, I tripped like a dumbass and missed her. And she hit one of the girls. So when she hit one of the girls, remember, it's like 5 girls and 2 guys. It's 4 of us. So my homeboy, he was trying to restrain because he was all embarrassed. And I'm like, dude, it's a fucking fight. What do you want? And then because he was holding her, right? And she had, one of the chicks had her hair. You know how they all have each other's hair, and this shit's so stupid. I hate women fighting. You know what I mean? Because it's so primitive of the shit that they use, you know? But anyhow, I seen 2 or 3 dicks running towards her. And he's sitting there holding her and not knowing, blindly, like, dude, these fucking bitches are coming to beat your chick up. And you're trying to hold her. And, you know, why pull hair when you can punch? Dude, it happens all the time. They do that shit. It's so stupid, right? But the chicks were coming. So I'm shoving like, get off. Because they're running like, bitch, puta, you know, puta, running and shit. So I'm slanging these chicks, titties flying all out and everything. It was actually kind of funny when, like, in hindsight, because, you know, I'm shoving them. And then the dude, he gets up and he swings at me and I hit him again. It wasn't really a big thing because the worst problem was keeping the chicks away from my homeboy's chick because they were trying to jump her, you know. Meanwhile, he's trying to get that girl's hair in. So after I pushed the chicks, the dude swung at me, I hit him. And when I hit him, it's like, oh, dude. And then the other guy says, man, we don't want no problem, man. We don't want, you know, and I'm like, get your bitches, because I'm pissed. Get your bitches. It was on World Star. The shit was on World Star. If you look up Neptuna Brawl in Boca Chica, that shit's more than likely there. Right? So, so what I did was, I'm like, look, the girl would not let her hair go. And I grab her fingers and I twist them like, bitch, let her fucking the fingers go, and she finally let go. But then when she let go, the chick was trying to get. I'm like, no, no, get back. And then the chef, he cool Haitian dude, he was like, look, dude, you got to go. You have to go. You have to leave. You have to leave. You know, so we left. But when we left, like right when we leave, it was like some shit from a movie. The cops. I was like, oh shit. You know. So that was the last street fight that I was in. So. Yeah, it was crazy. Who do you think is the best trainer for Teofimo if when he moves away from his dad? You know what? I don't know about that because I don't know how he would gel with another trainer that's not his father. He's a difficult guy because he's like Felix Trinidad and his dad. You know what I mean? The same way you would ask Tio about another trainer would be the same way you would ask Trinidad. You know, like that's a father-son shop. You know, so you bring somebody else in, it's going to cause some conflict because either his dad gets pissed at him, right, and leaves or whatnot, or he tries to sit around and try to, you know, still trying to, you know, run shit, you know, kind of like how Bill Haney still is there. You know, we do have Ben Davidson, right, but Bill Haney is still there. I think he would still try to do that. And then they would bump heads because, like, let's say if it's somebody like I don't know who could do it. Maybe Buddy McGirt. Buddy McGirt would be a good. You know, he would probably be good for him. Or Roberto Garcia, maybe. You know what I mean? Because he's good with smaller fighters like that. You know, but you know, especially someone like a prime, like a Reynoso. Like, you think Eddie's gonna put up with Lopez Senior shit? No, he's gonna kick him out of his fucking gym. You know what I mean? He starts talking, hey, bro, you gotta listen, bro. I know my son. Yo te conozco él. Yo te conozco él. Por favor, Reyes. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. Fuck you, Reynoso. I know my son. Coming there half drunk and shit. I know my son. You teaching him wrong, bro. I'm gonna tell you that. You teaching him wrong. He don't fight in the pocket like that, bro. Eddie. No conozco mi hijo. Por favor, cambiare. No motherfucker gonna tell him, don't, please. Usa tus piernas. Vete. Vete ya. Dile a vete. Pops, please, Pops. What's next? Mouth. Yeah, it's all right. Joe Lopez Sr. needs to step back. Well, yeah, he does. He needs to step back and let his son be himself. But, you know, a lot of people should do that. Floyd should do that with Tank. Shit, Floyd act like Tank Daddy. You know what I mean? Is Kurt on drugs? No, not on drugs. T.O. would need to move across the country to escape that. He probably couldn't do it then. I found you. You my son. I'm going to teach you whatever you need to know. These motherfuckers don't know you like I know you. Listen, yo. Listen, yo. I love you. I take care of you. You know you from a little boy washing your ass in the tub. You gonna let this fucking punk do this to you? You gonna let him train? That'd be a crazy story, man. Be a good movie. Yeah, I have Cuban links. ¿Dónde estás? Dueto Americano vive in Lawrence, Massachusetts. DJ Nova Star. ¿Qué lo que? Deseo todo bien contigo. That's such a tidy impression. Got to hide out at Abel Sanchez's mountain hideaway. Abel would be good because, see, Abel's a calm guy, but he's also stern. He's not going to put up with a lot of shit. He won't. He won't put up with a lot of shit. And you know, if Lopez Senior comes in there, that's when they're gonna fall out. You know. Muy bien. Chévere. Chévere que chévere. But yeah, man. But Wilder, I think Wilder, man, back to Wilder. I really do think he made too much money. I think he made too much money. I think he got that last check. He looked at his wife and then decided probably to do other shit. Yeah, because I think, what's her name? Nikki Free? Not Nikki Free. Nikki Free. Nikki Free is not a girl, all right? Telly Swift. Right? Okay. Yeah. Capital. Telly Swift. Okay. Always pinche Chicano. He'll be in Dallas. Not pinche Chicano. Why you gotta be pinche Chicano? Yeah, I work with a lot of Chicanos here. But Telly Swift, I think she's doing a fragrance line and shit. So if that pops off, he doesn't need that. He'll be like a fucking, he wants to be like Beyonce and shit. I'm gonna take care of you and you take care of me. You know, she's bad though. Because I think that last check did it. Because at the end of the day, I think that last check was like, yo, you see all them zeros, baby? You see all them zeros? You know why you see all them zeros? Because I'm the hero. Ahmed Dudal. Counterpunched to you. Appreciate that love, brother. Coming in with that quarter dub. What's my ancestry? African American, Cuban, and Irish. That's it. That is it. Philip Carl Roberts, Counterpunch to you. Bueno, les das un DR. Sancocho. Yeah, I love sancocho. Me encanta sancocho. Con arroz. Me encanta. Yeah, Telly Swift has several businesses going at this point, and I do think Deontay does too. I think they've been working on a few things together for a little while now and probably ramped up after losing that belt. Yeah, man, look, it's good though. It's good because, like Joshua talked about that. It's like, you don't want to make up, take Mike Tyson, for example. If Mike Tyson's just favored, let's just be real. But Mike Tyson had over $400 million at one point, maybe $500 million. He was so rich, he spent his whole entire fortune. Okay? It could happen. If you're living high on the hog like that, and you're buying people's shit, and you know what I mean? It happens. You have to watch what you buy. You can burn through money. It can happen. Buying dumb shit. I want a carousel. I want a carousel with some tigers. I want a light tiger. I want a regular tiger. And, you know, I want a mean motherfucker because I don't want dogs. I want tigers. So when the motherfucker come in here, they're going to get their ass ate up and there won't be no excuses or no evidence because my tiger's going to eat these motherfuckers for lunch. That's fucking Mike, bro. Kirk, can you tell us what famous Haitian actors or celebrities we don't know are Haitian? I don't know. I can tell you this. Let's see, Haitian. Jason Derulo is Haitian. He changed his name. It's not Derulo. It's not Jason Derulo, bro. It's like Jason Derulo Low. Jason Derulo Low Dufois, some shit. It's a long ass name. But he's Haitian. Wyclef's Haitian, as you know. If you don't know, you know. Who else is Haitian? Fucking Fancy from Jamie Foxx show. Forget her name. Barvis. Forget her first name. But I just know her from Fancy from Jamie Foxx. You guys ever heard of Sammy Davis Jr.? Yeah, Mike had $500 million net worth, $500 million, and he blew it. Yep. It's fucking crazy. That means, you know what that means? $500 million. $500 million. 500. Okay, not 5, not 50. Like, it means you can give 500 people $1 million. $500 million. That's a lot, bro. That is a lot of money. No, Sammy Davis Jr. is half Cuban. Hello, babe. Hello, there. Sammy Davis Jr. I've gotta be me. Half Cuban. And he didn't want people to know he was half Cuban because he thought it would affect his African American audience as well as his overall fan base. We working, champ. Swayze. Damn right. Mike's the legendary character. Floyd has no charisma. Floyd has charisma. He's just not likable. You know what I mean? Like, Floyd is a guy, unfortunately, he played the bad guy so long to the point where, since he played the bad guy, he knew that it would make him a fortune. But he chose fortune over fame. He chose to be the bad guy, you know? Hody Vault. How is this clickbait? If it's clickbait, fucking leave. That's easy. You think it's clickbait, leave. Fine. You shouldn't be able to maintain the lifestyle since. He should be able to maintain the lifestyle since he said his business been paying the bill, so that's what's up. I always liked Wilder. He was a smart guy and a very kind-hearted person in the ring. Well, I don't know about that kind-hearted person in the ring shit, but I think Wilder, I know Telly Swift is smarter than him. And I think he's attracted to her because of her smartness. She's fine, but I think he respects that, hey, she has some brains on her and she wants to do shit. You know, and hopefully she doesn't want to get to a certain plateau and drop them, because people do that shit. Hopefully she's not like Miss Jackson, the one Floyd dated. Remember his fiance? Remember her? Capital if the sarcasm. See Shannon and Luis Ortiz training in Florida. Oh, yeah. Who do you think's older? Who do you think's older? Ortiz or Shannon Briggs? Luis Ortiz is un duro. Yeah. Trying to tell him. See, people know they don't want to take a risk with Ortiz. What if Ortiz knocks you out? Wilder is moving to Atlanta to tweak full time. Oh, to twerk full time. Wilder is moving. Why so aggressive today, boss man? No, because when people say clickbait, that just makes you think like, hey, click on this shit. And then you click on it, it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. We're talking about boxing. We're talking about Wilder. Now, there are side notes and people ask me about other shit. Can I do an Obama impression? Probably could. Rather not. How are your lungs feeling? They feel all right. I'm gonna tell you, like, as far as breathing goes, cardio. I mean, I've always loved to walk. I used to love to run, but like COVID, like that shit'll fuck you up. And I had it, and I can tell my breathing's different. Like when I do cardio for a massive amount of time, I feel better. But I don't feel like I did before I caught fucking COVID. I don't. So it's just shit's bad. Capital 2 times, exactly. Rob Riv shows live 1. Good evening, Kurt. Counterpunch to you. Snap butterfly, but I'm not. Okay. I think you can beat up boxing ego. Well, I don't know if I can or not, but I mean, if he tries me or some shit, I'm gonna do the Leonard Ellerby approach. You know what I mean? Like, which I doubt. I mean, if I see him at a venue or something like that, I think that, because you know, like some people that they're like internet people, talk a lot of shit. Kurt, could you beat Hatman? Man, I don't know who the fuck Hatman is. Hatman is very mysterious. I never seen his face. If that's his face on the thumbnail, listen, I listen to Hatman's, because I don't think I still am, but I know I once was signed to his Patreon, and he had some crazy stories over there, and some people you just don't want to run in. You don't know, No, I'm not gonna fight Blue Blood. No, but like some people you don't know, especially the people you've never seen. You know what I mean? So like to fathom beating someone you never seen. That motherfucker could walk right past you. I don't know who he is. Yes, Kurt can beat Hatman. Kurt can beat Ego. He can beat Blue Blood. Kurt can beat all of them into the subject. Undisputed GOAT. I appreciate the confidence, brother. Who's your favorite boxer right now? Terrence Crawford. Doing shit that nobody's done. Canelo, Usyk, those guys. Those are the top guys. Those are the focus points. They are the undisputed kings. Right? Undisputed, former undisputed, it doesn't matter. You were undisputed. See, nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take the fact that Canelo Alvarez, he cleared out a division. Kurt versus Ellie Setback. Man, if I hit Ellie Setback, I'm going to jail. I am not fucking with Ellie Setback. I feel bad for doing that. Because, I jump on Ellie Setback. Ellie Setback's not a fighter. All they gonna see, a big black guy beat up on a little dude like Ellie Setback. I'll probably mess around and get jumped. I'll probably mess around and get jumped. No, I would not fight Showbiz the dope. Wilder retiring. He may. And it's bad though, because it makes people that Fury defeat that much more impactful. Kurt versus Bill Cosby. Fury is a problem for all styles, tall and can buck. I mean, we don't know. We don't know what Fury's style is. We don't know really what Wilder. Look, Wilder has fought Dominic Breazeale, Luis Ortiz. Fury has fought Derek Chisora, Vladimir Klitschko, and Deontay Wilder. He's not. He's just clickbait. Real boxer, not like cab driver. If he retires, I really want to know what Kurt's signature punch is. I don't know. Depends on what I hit you with. Because sparring is another thing. So I'll spar anybody. Fighting, well, that's totally shit. Anything goes when you're fighting. You know, like somebody walking here trying to attack me, I might pick up one of them weights and bash them with it. Especially if it's more than one person. You know, because okay, these odds are fucked up. It's 2-1 or 3-1, right? But it is what it is. Now, Caden looks scary and apparently pretty good amateur record. I threw out my damn shoulder hitting the pads a year ago. My shoulder has not been right since. You need surgery and rehab. What do you think about Loma Comey? Loma should beat Comey, but Comey, I didn't really get a look at Comey because Teofimo hit him so fast. He hurt him so quick, because they were both going for the right. Teo's was sharper and it was quicker, and he caught him on the inside and he connected because they were both going for the right. Boom! And then Teo jumped on him. One thing about Teofimo, he's a good finisher. Prime Stallone versus Mark Wahlberg. I don't know, that's a pretty good fight. Because both of those are some little dudes. Little buff dudes. I love that Mike Tyson right hook to the body followed by a right uppercut to the chin as you switch stances from orthodox to southpaw. That was always a deadly combo. Yeah, it was. I think H Money will stop you. Where the hell is H Money? I haven't seen that guy in a long time. Where the hell is he? They banned him off YouTube, right? I mean, I've heard rumors, but I really didn't know. Only thing Hall's Bulla stopping is his own growth. Caden Boxing Bros versus you. I don't know who that is. I mean, I know the Boxing Bros, but I don't know them by name. We'll beat down after the first round, I mean. Watch Briggs versus Lewis today after you talking about Lewis yesterday. Great fight. Michael J. was a great fight. It was a very good fight. Very good fight. Lennox Lewis humiliated the U.S. fighters 20 years ago, and now Tyson Fury. Hey, watch your mouth. But I mean, he humiliated one heavyweight fighter. See, Lennox Lewis beat Holyfield. He beat Tyson. He got his revenge against Hasim Rahman. But what? But what happened though? Tyson Fury's dead against Kurt DeVille. I'll fight him. I would fight Tyson Fury. I mean, I need to train. Hell yeah, I would fight him. I would fight him. I mean, I think I would do better than Wilder. Wilder may have more power, but I think I would do better than him for punch. I still want Deontay Wilder versus Joshua. I want that fight too. Bear shit. What, Kurt? Yeah, I'd fight Tyson Fury. Come on, Kurt DeVille. You fucking Dulce. Come on, you fucking Dulce. You fucking bum. I'll beat you, you Dulce. He will get caught too stiff and slow. Kurt hits Fury with his trademark nut shot. Nah, I hit him with the floating rib shot. Go in and tag his ass up. I don't care about Wilder anymore. He should retire to Wakanda. Well, I suggest Nigeria first. The floating rib shot. Good one. I forgot about that one. Yeah. Want to see Kurt versus Jake. Wow, that'd be a good one. Make sure his ass take a VADA test. Make sure he takes a VADA test, because if he doesn't, I ain't fighting him. Yeah! Motherfucker come in there all juiced up. Yeah! You're like, oh shit. At least Wilder didn't go out like Billy Joe. Ooh. Yeah, Mark Tibbs. He stopped that shit. And then they took the shit off. Yeah, he stopped that shit. Kurt has the best live streams. Appreciate it. I just wanted to find out if Fury did in fact have the best fists for sleep. Turns out that my pillow guys was that? You know what that is? Yeah, that was fucked up. They went hard on Billy Joe. Man, leave Billy Joe alone, man. He did nothing to you. Big Xavier, respect. To look into everything. I want to see Billy Joe versus Plan. That'll be a good fight. You know, road back from redemption. See who wins. Billy Joe stabbed a 15-year-old kid just recently. I heard about it. Heard about that. I remember people saying Lewis wasn't even British but Canadian. Yeah, they clown Lewis. A lot of people didn't respect him, you know? But then again, I think because people didn't respect him, I think that made him train harder, do better things, bigger things. He wasn't a Holyfield. He wasn't a Tyson. So he had to make his own lane by winning everything. I mean, America showed Lennox Lewis exactly what they felt about him. I hated Lewis's fights. Well, he got a lot of people out of there. No, he wasn't dynamic, explosive like a Tyson, but he was fast, quick, accurate. He used his height, and he knew how to fight. Bars. My Cara bit says that's a lie. Billy Joe didn't do. It's a rumor. Billy Joe Saunders. Lewis lived with mommy until his late 30s, but he was tough. He was a tough mama's boy. He had that long ass reach. Yeah, Lennox Lewis used to step down and pop you with it. He used to step down at times. Same reach as Fury. Kurt, did you ever take PEDs? Nope. Nope. Can't say that I have, sir. Audrey. Lewis, 82-inch reach. I guess that's Tyson Fury, 84. Early Lewis, early Lennox was a dog. Rockmont, 2 KOs is my favorite heavyweight. Kurt, Triple G versus Marvin Hagler. I don't know. It's a good one. They both have thin skin. They both bleed. The question is, will Triple G fight with him? See, Triple G is known for something that he's really not popular at doing. See, Triple G is a power boxer. He's a guy with a good jab. He's a tough mug, but most of his punches just steam off his jab. You know, he's a good fighter. That's why I kind of hate how his the last 3 years have been for him. Like literally, he ain't done shit this year. We'll take him out to the body. Well, I would like to see it. Triple G is done. Yeah, I'm really sick of Triple G. Triple G, Andy Ruiz. Who else is on that list? What's my man? Fucking Gary Russell Jr. These fucking guys ain't fought in so long. Keith Thurman, at least he has a fight, but he was on that list too. He just does a lot of fucking talk. I mean, don't get me wrong, he can talk, he's entertaining, but it's like, if you're speaking, your actions and your words, if they matched up, he would be one bad mother sucker. Wilder on that list. No, well, Wilder just fought though, man. Come on. And he wanted his fight, and he got his damn fight. You know? Wilder stopped the biggest fight in heavyweight boxing. Can anybody tell me how many of these damn things I've done? How many sets have I done in an hour? Floyd's best wins. Castillo, because he got the W without actually beating him. Well, that fight I always would scratch my head at, but I don't look at that like that because Castillo was a decent fighter, but he was knocked out by Corrales. Floyd beat Corrales. He fought Corrales a few times. He was knocked out by Ricky Hatton. Mayweather beat Ricky Hatton. So it really doesn't matter because Floyd beat all the guys that already beat him. So at what point can you say, oh, well, yeah, he got that. It might have not have been a good call, but see, Floyd did better the second time. Basically what happened with Canelo. Canelo lost to Triple G. They called it a draw. He did better in the rematch against Triple G. Then he gets a grants a win. That's how it works. That's exactly how it works. De La Hoya, Pacquiao, Canelo. What, those are your favorite? You know, I didn't like De La Hoya either until he was beaten by Trinidad. And see, De La Hoya was a guy that he couldn't be beat either. He won strange decisions. I Corte, Pernell Whitaker. Pernell Whitaker got a knockdown on Oscar De La Hoya. It was some bullshit. Who is the best heavyweight in your opinion? Alexander Usyk. My wife loves Oscar. Jim Brown, she should, because she would remember when he was wearing them little tight ass Puma shorts. I love Oscar De La Hoya. Let's watch Oscar, Jim. Fuck. It doesn't take away that he lost. Jim, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? And the time I thought Oscar was going to win, he lost to Pacquiao. Kurt, is your favorite heavyweight still AJ? No, not AJ. AJ's a good fighter. I just didn't think he was going to beat Usyk. What is your prediction for Lomachenko-Commey? Stoppage in the 8th round. When Loma figures him out, starts beating the shit out of him, he'll make Commey quit. He'll either make Commey quit or he'll make somebody throw in the towel. That's my prediction for Loma versus Commey. Can anybody tell me how many sets have I done? Because I've lost track. Winky versus Lara. Ooh. I think Winky would get him. Well, Lara's not gonna. They both have a high guard. They're both southpaws. I don't know. Better yet, Lara versus Icorte. You know, somebody that's more controlled, comes in with the jab. Just a powerful jab. A powerful jab. No double chin or anything. You say you've done a shitload, 20 plus sets, I think. Well, that's cool. So they either do 50 or 100, you know, so that's a good thing. I think the best thing is not to count. So forget I said it. Why is Fury's face so skinny compared to his body? That's what you call bad build, sir. That's what you call bad build. Yes, Sirski. Hagler, Roberto Duran, and Marciano. I wasn't really a big Roberto Duran fan. I wasn't. With a beard, he looks like Kratos. Don't he? Talking about Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury, man. Tyson Fury needs plastic surgery, bro. He was just, Tyson Fury was so fucking big at one point. He will always have that fucking tire around his fucking midsection. Them love handles. Yeah, he needs to get that shit out. Well, no, Tyson Fury couldn't play Kratos, bro. That would suck. Kratos would have to have dynamic moves like someone like Michael Jai White or somebody like that knows, you know, that type of thing. Mike Tyson in his prime would beat Douglas, every single one of them. Well, yeah, I mean, Douglas, he did what he did. Okay, plank, set 3, let's go. Oops. Kurt, how come pay-per-view is still making money? I don't know how much money they're really making, but I tell you what didn't keep making money. HBO. They said, fuck it. They said, fuck it. It was over with. Here's the $1 million question, okay? Mike Tyson didn't have much competition in the 80s, though. Well, you can't say that either. There were some good fighters in the 80s. It's just Mike overshadowed them. I don't want to hear all that noise. Mike Tyson knocked everybody out. That's just like saying Roy Jones did. Excuse me. That's like saying Roy Jones didn't have competition in the 90s. See, Roy Jones he ran the 90s. Roy fucking Jones Jr. He took over the 90s. Roy would whoop all of those dudes. And he did. Absolutely, he did. Fourth set, let's go. Roy can't say 3 words without saying he's from Pensacola. That's all right. At least he can fucking still say he's from Pensacola. Mercer was bad. If Mike had fought Mercer, I don't know if he would have beat him. Mercer was a tough cookie. I was a bad man there, bro. See, it could have been a lot of fights that we really didn't see. We didn't see Mike and Michael Moore. We didn't see Mike and Ray Mercer. What didn't we see? It's a lot of fights we didn't see. We never seen the Tommy Morrison versus Mike Tyson. That would have been a good fight. Michael Nunn was a badass. Yes, he was. LDBC follow Wilder like a religion. Who's next? Errol Spence. Errol Spence is the next guy. Then there's Tank Davis. So it's got to be somebody on the PBC because it has to be somebody that Al Hammond promotes. Tommy Morrison, wasted talent. Let me tell you something, man. The performance he did in Rocky V was brilliant. And he ain't ever did any acting or any of that. Man, I'm tired of being a paper champ. Tired of being a puppet. Tired of being Balboa's puppet. I'm better than all of them. Remember the Duke? You got to do what you got to do. You tired of being his puppet. You got to say fuck it. Go challenge Balboa to a brawl. Winner takes all. That's what you got to do. I ain't nobody's puppet. You know Tommy Morrison had pec implants? Tyson would give the heavyweights of now problems. Tyson would knock him out. He would knock out Joshua. It's just because, especially the Joshua we have now. But see, if Joshua hurts you, he can finish you. But I'm not sure. Yeah, let's finish it off with cardio. Going hard today. Why not? Tyson, too fast, too quick. There is only one Iron Mike. You're right about that. Ron Lyle versus Joshua. Who wins, Kurt? Didn't watch much of Ron Lyle, so I couldn't tell you. Tyson would do to Joshua what he did to Bruno. Yeah, I mean, if Joshua was scared of him, because I think Frank was scared of Tyson. Especially when Mike hit him and hurt him. You know that was a Frank Warren promotion, right? Here his face almost looks a bit deformed compared to his body. That's not right. AJ isn't mentally there anymore. Well, he needs to get there real quick, because if he don't, he has to deal with Usyk. Bars. He's scared of getting hit. Yeah. You know, I mean, especially with punches that, you know. But I think people will eventually respect Joshua if he loses, and it's going to take a while. But he can't quit. Okay, he can't quit, because if he quits, he will get his ass roasted. Because you don't quit just because someone's better than you. I'm tired of this whole, this was wrong with me, that was wrong with me. I didn't have this, I didn't have that. Oh, I really won. I mean, at least Joshua's not saying that, so you got to give him that much. But Wilder, you know, I think it's hard to, you've made $20-30 million in the bank. The fuck you gonna go work out for? You know, and here's the thing. Wilder went out on his shield. You know, get me carried out. I mean, he was damn near there. They had to peel him off the fucking canvas. So, I mean, what else do you want from the guy? He gave his all in that fight, you know, and it wasn't good enough that night. Bars. AJ has the hunger to get back to fight Usyk with bad intentions. Well, we'll see. Whereas AJ quit. Razor Ruddock smash punch. Klitschko is not their real name. Live with it. The hell does that mean? If AJ gets tired after 6, Usyk can knock him out. Yeah, I believe that. You know, yeah, he would knock out Joshua. London would cry. UK would bitch and moan. People would be very disappointed, but, you know, Usyk's game is to tire you out mentally. And then physically, he just picks you apart. See, his focus is taking whatever you have, making you move, making you react, making you punch, countering your punch, and repeat the process. Round after round after round. So, Wilder, though, I don't want to see him retire, because you can't talk about all the potential you say you have with this new trainer and not act on it. Wilder's big strengths are confidence and the right hand. If he loses confidence, he's a different fighter. Well, Mr. Rolo, if he retires, we won't see any of it. Fabian Arsenio, I don't know, bro. I don't know if he's retiring or not, but the way he's talking, and again, when I get off this live, I will definitely repost it, that clip, so you guys can check it out. Sorry, Lamar Scott. It's Malik Scott. Usyk is extremely busy fighter. Joshua isn't used to that. Listen, nobody's used to that with Joshua. Not Fury, not fucking Wilder, none of those guys. With proper training and good game plan, Usyk can't beat Joshua. Well, we'll see. Because he's going to have to stop Usyk from doing what he does. He makes you faint, right? He makes you flinch. You know? You interviewed him. Interviewed who? The fact he hinted at retirement tells me he won't retire anytime soon. It's a part of a comeback. I hope so. I hope Wilder's just fooling everybody. But I can tell you that. If he's fooling people by making people think that he's retiring, people are going to fucking blow up when he comes back. Instead of blocking feints, throw the jab, make the muscle memory. Well, I'll tell you this, man. AJ, he just needs to find someone to stick with him. Dean White is Lamar Scott. Oh, Dean White is Lamar Scott. Ha ha ha. Well, that's possible. Fabian, what's up, man? Getting his cardio in. Getting it in. And it's 11 o'clock. Counterpunch versus ego. Why did I get put in timeout? When did you get put in timeout? I didn't put anybody in timeout. AJ can beat Usyk using Teofimo Lopez's tactics against Loma. He's not that type of fighter, though. He's not a, see, Teo fought a controlled, constant fight, a constant attacks. Yeah, I'm walking on snow. There's no snow here, man. It's fucking 75 degrees outside. In December on the 11th. Let that sink in. But yeah, man, back to Wilder. The money. He's comfortable. I mean, there's no desire. And maybe, just maybe, somebody's been talking to him. And I think that maybe that person he was talking to was Telly Swift. I think she was just, telling him like, look, I don't like the way you got hit. I don't like the way you got dropped. I don't like you taking beatings like that. I didn't like that at all. I've seen that twice, back to fucking back, And for that reason, I think you should quit. I'm from Louisiana, bro. Malik is the trainer of the decade. Just ask any LDVC boxing head. Yeah, let them tell it. Let them tell it. Good evening, Kurt. Rededicating ourselves to fitness, are we? Yeah, man, let's get it in. Here in Nazi Germany, we are not allowed to carry weapons. That's why the Nazi government put a lot of pressure on unvaccinated people. That's why I'm stressed. Ugh, okay. AJ has to break Usyk's posture. That's really what gives Usyk the add speed and his opponents. No, because even when Chisora broke Usyk's rhythm, Usyk still found a way to beat him. I love it, Kurt. Like Goggins said, stay hard. Damn right. Oops. I love Goggins. Man, you want to be a bad motherfucker? You want to be a bad motherfucker, you go out there and you bust your ass, whatever the fuck it is. I don't give a fuck what it's going to be. I don't give a fuck what it is. You want to do that shit? You do that shit. You want to do 1,000 push-ups a day? You do 1,000 push-ups a day. No, God, no. Don't tell anybody that you can't do shit. Don't ever tell anybody that. Fuck them. They're the reason. That's the resistance. Who saw Usyk at Madison Square Garden in the Ukrainian bathrobe? Yeah, he was like, I am fed. Deontay just should have taken Floyd's offer and he wouldn't have been beaten by Tyson. Craig T. I think a moderator put me in timeout. I guess. I like your channel, bro. Unbiased. Real cool to hear your opinion. Appreciate you. The thing is that each time AJ is training for a fight, someone pops up from nowhere. From Minor Andy to Fury Usyk. Ride over the border to Noord Holland and purchase a self-defense tool. Yeah, you couldn't live in the UK, man. Love guns. Love guns too much. Because, like, God forbid someone comes in here and just tries to shoot up shit. Well, that means I'm able to protect myself. Kurt, I will send you a video on breaking people's stands and structure. I didn't mean rhythm. Cool. Let me see it. I'll check it out. He said, we don't need guns. We are harder than you guys. Okay. But those bullets are faster than you all. And don't get me wrong, not everybody that has a gun is a fucking hero. A lot of them are cowards. That's it, Second Amendment, baby. How to make a self-made weapon. Oh, Kurt, what do you think about the whole Alec Baldwin foolishness? You have movie set experience? Yeah, no comment. You know, same thing, no comment. You can't take away Usyk's win. A win is a win. No, you can't. Kurt, what went wrong for Tio in the Kambosos fight? Everything. He got hit and then started getting apprehensive. Usyk is a sneaky fighter. Yeah. Because you know, you're fighting this motherfucker like, is this motherfucker ever gonna put bow? You know? But no, I want to see Wilder, Usyk. Why not? Usyk never beat Chisora because of his style. He beat him because Chisora got gassed out. No. He beat Chisora because Chisora was going to gas, but it was because Usyk was hitting him with shots too. Usyk is a beauty to behold. He paints a lot of masterpieces when he steps in the ring. Now that's true. Wilder Ruiz is a fight I want to see. At least let's get that. Get fucking Ruiz's fat ass up and fight somebody. He ain't fought nobody real since fucking AJ. Come on, man. Do you believe in lineal? I mean, the man that beat the man. You know? I believe more in pound for pound than lineal. The man that beat the man. I mean, the man that he beat ain't even fighting no more. And ain't fought for a very long time. Corona fears Texas. Yeah, it should. Tio was like, I want the ref put my hand up. I won. The ref put my hand up. You know I won. Like, dude, you tripping. They got to be fucking with Tio because Tio thought he was winning and then all of a sudden, oh, what the fuck? What are you talking about, Kurt? He beat Molina. Dangerous people. Yeah. Ruiz versus Otto Eileen. That would be a good one. I would watch it. That would be a really good fight. I'm working out with you at the exact same time, Kurt. That's what's up. Capital 2 times. That's what's up with you, man. Counterpunch to you. Get her in. Please watch Madonna Eurovision 2019. That was 6 months before the so-called corona outbreak. Burpees? Hell no. I'm ready to take a shower. Okay. 20 minutes of burnout cardio. Complete. Three-finger push-ups. Yeah, right. Not today. That is a wrap. Kurt, do you feel the top guys aren't fighting the top anymore? No, they haven't done that shit in a long time. Kurt, in your opinion, who is the better fighter between Garcia, Haney, and Gervonta? I don't know. See, that's the big thing. They're all good fighters, but they ain't fighting each other, so I don't really care. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you can say what they do in the ring, but you can never say what they do to each other. Haney was hurt in many of his fights. Yeah, well, he still won though. But that proves my point. Like, well, what would he do if Tio lands and knocks him out or hurts him or whatever? How will he deal with that? It's like the names. All right. Kurt, who are those beautiful girls that pop up before your videos? Friends, ex-girlfriends, people I know. Your best intro is this to this day, cute kid. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, my little red, man. She likes to do those intros. It's cool too. So, yeah, it's some cool shit. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, friends, girlfriends, whatever the hell you want to call them. You know what I mean? So, Nicki versus Cardi B. Who wins? Ooh. I don't know. Probably Cardi B. But both of those chicks, though, to be fair, I've never really been a fan of the silicone. I mean, because I know they're getting better at it. It looks good. Never been a fan of really a lot of tattoos. I'm not a tattoo guy. I don't own tattoos. So, kind of old school when it comes to that type shit. But then again, everybody that you see, you don't have to bring home to mom and pops now, do you? You know what I mean? So, that's how I view that. But I mean, Cardi B, she has a fucking tongue like a snake. She has a tongue longer than mine. Cool. I think best stay clear of Cardi B pimping. Now, duly noted. I don't have to worry about Cardi B. I got my own options, you know what I mean? And Cardi B is not one of them. Not complaining, just explaining. Bars. Yeah, man, my little red, she has, my little girl, she has COVID. So everybody has COVID. That's why I'm in a hotel room. FYI. Because everybody there has COVID. So, you know, I work for a film production right now. And, you know, we can't get sick. The talent can't get sick. The producers, the directors can't get sick. You know? So, career options is the U.S. is not good for boxing. It ain't looking that way, bro. And I'm American. It's not fucking looking that way. Are they hooking you up with a... No. Now, if I catch COVID while on production, they would have to pay for it. They would then put me up, then pay. They would have to pay me. What they would do, they would pay me 10 hours. They would pay me for 10-hour days. G Stacks 814. Yeah, man, that sucks. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, because, I mean, she wasn't really feeling well. And I've had COVID. So, you know, you can't catch COVID back to back. Not normally. So, if someone did, you know, I mean, it's not a normal, natural thing to happen. So I did get sick, but I didn't want to pop, you know. Europe is taking over at least the heavyweight division. Well, between fucking Jarrell Miller, fucking titty having ass Michael Hunter, because I mean he was not in shape at all. Deontay Wilder, like we're talking about, thinking about retirement. Is the Ville a northern Germanic word? No. It's French. In Louisiana, it'd be a coon ass. You know, but it's definitely French. It's a typical French name. I've been in Holland 6 weeks. I've been in Holland 6 weeks ago. What do you think of Jarrell? See, you got Anderson, so he might, you know, just don't let shit go to his head, because if it does, he'll be in trouble, and then nobody will talk about him. See, if he loses now, then people will stop mentioning. He would just be another guy that sparred a champ, just like Michael Coffey. You remember him? Was headbutting too much against Usyk and not cutting the ring off and hitting the body enough. Well, Chisora did what he could do, and what he could do was not enough. So there you go. What the hell is that? Okay. Chisora looked better against Usyk than AJ. That ain't no lie. That is the truth. But, guys, it's been fun. I got to get some sleep because I got to work 6 days tomorrow. Everybody be blessed. be cool, and everyone has been counterpunched. Peace.